Hey, TMFG community, Carlo Cancino here with John Iaconetti, and here's another episode of Ask TMFG. Most Canadians hear $10,000 a month in retirement, and they think they're set for life. That budget sounds like it will cover the mortgage or rent, groceries, utilities, and maybe a couple of nice trips every year. But here's the reality. We've worked with hundreds of retirees across Canada, and we've seen the same thing happen again and again.
It's not the obvious everyday costs that derail a retirement plan. It's the strategic expenses you never budgeted for, the ones that don't seem urgent until they become unavoidable and expensive.
And that's exactly why today we're going to reveal the 7 smart retirement expenses that most Canadians completely overlook. The ones that, if you build them into your plan early, can mean the difference between scraping by and truly thriving in retirement.
These aren't just nice extras. They can save you thousands of dollars, protect your income from tax clawbacks, and improve your health and give you peace of mind. So let's dive right in. Let's start with that $10,000 number everyone likes to talk about. Most people think of it in terms of fixed costs: housing, groceries, gas, property taxes. But retirement isn't just about covering the basics, it's about planning for the expenses that protect and enhance your lifestyle.
And those strategic expenses are different for everyone. For example, in Ontario, your healthcare coverage looks quite different than somebody living in Alberta or BC. Property tax rates, utility costs, and even access to specialists vary province to province. So, copying your neighbor's plan or using a generic online calculator is a recipe for missing important costs.
And when you miss those costs, you end up reacting to problems instead of preventing them. That's the opposite of what we want a well-built retirement plan to look like.
And this is exactly why the first category we look at with clients is tax optimization expenses, because those savings can be huge. Professional tax planning for retirees is one of the most underused and most valuable line items in a retirement budget. It's not just about filing your return every year, it's about year-round strategies that minimize your lifetime tax bill.
Take pension income splitting. Under current Canadian rules, that can save couples anywhere between $3,000 to $5,000 every single year. That's money you get to keep without taking on any additional extra risk.
Or withdrawal sequencing. That's deciding when to pull money from your RSP, TFSA, or non-registered accounts. If you get the order wrong, it could push yourself into a higher tax bracket unnecessarily.
And then there's old age security clawback management. If you're over the threshold, the government can claw back thousands in benefits up to $8,171 per person in 2025. Done right, we can help clients keep that money in their pockets.
And here's the kicker. These savings often add up to more than you'd get from chasing higher investment returns. Now, tax planning might not feel exciting, but it's one of the most reliable ways to improve your retirement income.
And speaking of reliable, healthcare is another area where smart spending pays off in both quality of life as well as financial protection. We all know Canada has public healthcare, but it doesn't cover everything. Dental, vision, prescriptions, those are often on you unless you have any sort of supplemental coverage.
And supplemental insurance can be a game changer. It can cover routine needs and reduce the shock of big-ticket health expenses. We've also seen clients use private healthcare services to access specialists months faster, sometimes changing the outcome of treatment entirely.
Preventative care is another big one. Nutrition counseling, fitness programs, and regular checkups that prevent bigger problems from happening later. It's far cheaper to maintain good health than to recover from poor health.
And let's not forget long-term care insurance. If you ever need ongoing assistance, provincial plans only go so far, and private care can burn through savings quite quickly.
Healthcare is a cornerstone of retirement quality, but your home is often your biggest physical and financial asset, and it needs a plan too.
Great point, John. Your house can either be a retirement asset or a financial burden, depending on how you manage it.
Accessibility modifications, for example, can help you stay independent for years longer and cost far less than moving into assisted living.
Energy efficiency upgrades are another. They lower your monthly utility bills and can increase your home's value when you decide to sell.
And professional maintenance is a big one. It keeps your property in top condition, prevents costly repairs, and takes the physical strain off you as you age.
I've heard that some retirees even go a step further, renovating to create a rental suite or setting up multi-generational living. That can add income, support, and flexibility.
Once your home is working for you, It's time to make sure you're actually enjoying your retirement years, and that means travel and experiences. So here's the thing. You can't buy back your health. That's why we recommend doing your big bucket list trips earlier on in retirement, while you still have the energy and mobility to enjoy them fully.
And it's not just about vacations. Educational travel, cultural experiences, and even adventure activities all have an optimal age window.
Family experiences are just as important, like multi-generational trips that create memories money can't replace later on.
And remember, planning ahead matters here. Knowing Canadian seasonal travel patterns and exchange rate trends can save you thousands over the years.
But great trips don't happen without great financial management, which is why professional services are next on our list.
What we've seen is many retirees try to avoid paying for financial advice, but the right professionals can more than pay for themselves.
Yep, a fee-for-service retirement planner can coordinate your government benefits, tax strategy, and investments so everything works together.
On top of that, if you have estate planning lawyers, they can make sure your assets are transferred efficiently and without unnecessary tax.
And a tax-efficient investment manager can often save you more in taxes than they would charge you in fees.
Regular reviews mean your strategy keeps pace with changing tax laws, benefits, and market conditions.
And once your wealth is managed efficiently, you need to make sure it's protected from modern threats. Retirement today isn't just about money. It's about keeping it safe. Identity theft, fraud, and online scams target Canadian seniors every single day.
And that's why we recommend budgeting for identity theft protection, home security, and reliable tech support. These aren't luxuries. They're essential safeguards for your lifestyle and your savings.
Yeah, cybersecurity tools and fraud monitoring can help stop problems before they even start.
And now it's out there. Modern home security systems can even reduce your insurance premiums while giving you peace of mind.
Once you've got all 7 key categories in one place, the key is tying them together in a cohesive spending plan.
We recommend allocating about 15 to 20% of your retirement budget to these strategic expenses, not just your basic living costs.
Prioritize based on your health, age, and financial situation, and track the return on each of these expenses so you know it's adding value instead of just draining your savings.
This approach turns retirement spending from cost management into true lifestyle optimization.
And it gives you a plan that adapts with you rather than against you as your needs change.
Now you know the 7 smart retirement expenses most Canadians miss and how adding them can completely change your retirement experience.
If you want to see exactly how to integrate these into your own plan, click the link in the description to watch our free training video. We'll walk you through our full system for building your ideal Canadian retirement.
We'll see you in the next episode of Ask TMFG.